Hello, everyone, and welcome in to 2023 WIAA Volleyball live on Zaleski Sports. Today, it is the WVC Wisconsin Valley Conference invite here live from DC Everest High School in Wausau, Wisconsin. My name is Cale Jacoby. My name's Cale Jacoby alongside Braden Bullis doing the production here for this one. Our first game will be DC Everest in Wausau East. This is your Auto Select pregame show. Auto Select, again, today's pregame show brought to you by Auto Select, located on Schofield Avenue in Weston. They have been providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance at Auto Select, you are good to go. That's Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. Again, it'll be Wausau East and DC Everest here in the first match of the day. We will be live here from the main high school gym all day here for this Wisconsin Valley Conference meet. So we will have this game, DC Everest and Wausau East. Then we'll have Marshfield, DC Everest coming up next. And then our third and final game will be Marshfield and Spash meeting up here in the main high school gym at DC Everest High School. And now they're going to go through the national anthem here. We will keep it here. Well, we'll take a quick break. We'll send it to our friends at Auto Select on Zaleski Sports.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust and will exceed your expectations. You'll find reward programs to save you time and money, and many of the top tire brands on the market with a variety of options to fit your vehicle and budget. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston.
Did you know you can start your 4-year degree locally and get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams, saving you money, and giving you a well-rounded academic and social experience with student housing, clubs, sports, and leadership opportunities. With NTC's liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison, North Central Technical College. Transferability made easy.
If you're buying or selling a home, look no further than real estate experts Dustin Erickson and Jack Fisher, the gold standard of real estate. 20 years of combined experience makes the Erickson Fisher Group your best choice on the 400 block downtown Wausau.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are live on Zaleski Sports from DC Everest High School. Again, this is your Auto Select pregame show. And as we take a look at both these teams coming into this season, DC Everest right in the thick of the conference race here late in the season with Marshfield. Marshfield's undefeated in conference at the top. Both those teams will play today. But coming into this one, DC Everest is 17-9 overall, 7-1, good for second place in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. And Wausau East is 5-11 overall, 2-6 in conference play. That ranks 6th in the conference. Wausau East coming off a win at home against Wisconsin Rapids. DC Everest coming off a win at Merrill on Thursday. Both those teams' last game on this last week, Thursday. Again, this has been your Auto Select pregame show. It's brought to you by Auto Select, located on Schofield Avenue in Weston. They've been providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance at Auto Select, you are good to go. That's Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. DC Everest and Wausau East is our first game of the day today. Again, live on Zaleski Sports from the Wisconsin Valley Conference meet here from DC Everest High School. We'll have DC Everest, Wausau East here in Game 1. Game 2 from this main high school gym, we will have Marshfield and DC Everest. And then Game 3 will be Marshfield and Spash. Again, there's 3 courts. We've got games taking place here today. We'll be live from this main high school gym all day. So you've got DC Everest twice, Marshfield twice, Wausau East and Spash once here on the main high school gym, starting with the Evergreens and the Lumberjacks. Again, my name's Cale Jacoby alongside Braden Bullis doing the production here in this one here today. We're just about set to get underway here. Might have a little bit of confusion coming with an early substitution here, as the libero for Wausau East, Grayson Berger, make sure that she's able to get into the set. And the referee's covering some more things with the players. And can't quite hear what they're saying from here, but and we are set to go here from DC Everest High School. The Evergreens start with the serve. And on the serve was Sydney Geis, the junior for the Evergreens. That one blocked at the net, a score for Wausau East. And just like that, I already noticed a player not on the roster for Wausau East. Adelaide Ellis, though, was in on that block. If anybody out there knows who number 11 is for Wausau East, please let us know in the comments section. Or if you happen to be watching the stream here in the high school, come up here to the press box and let us know who number 11 for Wausau East is. There is no number 11 on the roster for today's action. But she was in on the block there as well for Wausau East. That one tapped over. The score for the Evergreens. That time it was Kirsten Hall, the junior middle hitter for the Evergreens. And the Evergreens, a team loaded with juniors and seniors. No underclassmen on the varsity roster here today. Team of some experience. The set for the Lumberjacks, tapped over. That time, as that is going to be a kill for Ryden Lerke, the junior outside hitter. Lerke with the kill. And the Evergreens go up 2-1 here in the first set. And Evergreens coached by Tina Prawl. Lumberjacks coached by Jennifer Stout. And that's going to be an ace for the Evergreens. That time it was Riley Rajek with the ace. So Rajek with the ace. And it's 3-1 Evergreens now. Dugout there. Set up, going to be hit over by the Lumberjacks. That was Natalie Worth, the sophomore. Getting it over for the Lumberjacks. Passed over by the Evergreens that time. And that's going to be a lift call against Wausau East, I believe. Yes, or in the net. Could have went either way. And it's now 4-1. DC Everest. Again, Wausau East, the Lumberjacks started off with the first point of the set, but DC Everest 4 in a row now. Back to serve again is Riley Rajek. Had an ace here in this set already. Set up here, blocked at the net by the Lumberjacks. A couple of Lumberjacks on the block there, and that is going to be another score for the Evergreens. That time it was Kirsten Hall, the junior, with the score, and the Evergreens go up 6-1 here. Rajek back to serve again for DC Everest. Dugout there, pass over and into the net. Point's going to go to the Evergreens as Adelaide Ellis, the junior, not quite able to get that one over. Timeout, Wausau East. It is 7-1. DC Everest will step aside, be back with more Wisconsin Valley Conference volleyball after this on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Nicolet Bank offers personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or learn more at nicoletbank.com. Timeout has concluded. Rajek back to serve once again for the Evergreens. 6-1 your score. Evergreens over the Lumberjacks. Set up here, and that is going to be a nearly another kill. Great play there by the Lumberjacks to keep it alive. That's going to be too strong out. Hit the feet of the line judge, as that was Lindsey Truitt going for it, but just a little strong, and point goes to the Lumberjacks. 6-2. Evergreens lead it. Again, these two teams matched up back on September 21st. DC Everest, the home team in that one, won 3-0. And that's going to be a Wausau East score, as the libero, Ella Harmon, wasn't quite able to control it. 6-3 DC Everest. Serve for Wausau East. That's out. Natalie Worth on the serve, too strong, and point goes to the Evergreens. 7-3. Truitt goes back to serve for DC Everest. Dug out there. Time Grayson Berger, the libero, digs it out. Set up on the DC Everest side, and whistle. Point goes to the Evergreens. Think in the net call against, or double hit, excuse me, against Wausau East. That was Ryden Lerke going for the kill, though. A violation against Wausau East. Point DC Everest. 8-3 your score now. Truitt back to serve. Dug out there. Lumberjacks receive it. Dug out the set back here and tapped out. Point goes to the Lumberjacks off of Kirsten Hall. She tried to walk the line that time with the ball, but just a little too far outside of it. Point Wausau East. Grayson Berger to serve it. Set up here, too strong again. That time from the Evergreens. Another point for the Lumberjacks off of Hall again. 8-5 Everest. Berger back to serve. And an ace. A well-placed serve that time from Grayson Berger. And she gets herself an ace. Now just 8-6 the score here. Lumberjacks staying in it. The set over and the score from the Evergreens. A sneaky play that time by Sydney Geis, the junior setter. And the Evergreens go up 9-6 now. Back to serve here for Everest is Sammy Johnson, the senior setter. Dug out there by Berger. Johnson sets it up and the kill for Ryden Lerke. There was no doubt about that one from Lerke. There was no chance of a return there from Wausau East, and Lerke with the kill. 10-6 Evergreens. And that one just skims over the net from Johnson, and it's going to be an ace. Sammy Johnson, the senior, with an ace. And now Everest with a few in a row here. 3 in a row. 11-6 Evergreens now. Johnson again on the serve. Tapped over. And going forward again. That's Lerke. Block, or I should say deflected at the net. So East able to return it, and the score for Wausau East. That time it was another player not on the roster for the Lumberjacks, number 14. So number 14 passing it over. Had some roster issues here for Wausau East today. 2 players out there, 2 numbers out there not on the roster that was given to DC Everest schools here today. So the best I can give you is number 14 with the score. It's the information I have. Again, if anybody's got information on who these players are, number 14 and number 11 for Wausau East, be much appreciated. Otherwise, they will be hence referred to as number 14 and number 11. That one blocked at the net. Out. Point goes to DC Everest. Looked like, again, it was Lerke with the kill. Right in Lerke. And now Lerke will go back to serve as DC Everest leads Wausau East 12-7 in this one. Set back, and nearly a score, but dug out by Lerke. Great dig that time by Lerke, and now she sets it over. And that one hit. That's going to be out. It was a good idea, though, by Sydney Geist, the junior setter, to... There's a really wide open gap there on the backside, the deep side of the Lumberjack rotation, but just a little strong on the hit. Out. Point goes to the Lumberjacks. 12-8 Evergreens. And looks like... Hopefully we don't have another player that's not on the roster for Wausau East. That one tapped over. Come the Evergreens. That's Lerke again. Too strong from Lerke. And yes, we do have another Wausau East player that's not on the roster. Number 9 for Wausau East. Nowhere to be found on the Wausau East roster. So the best I can tell you is number 9 is serving. She's a lefty. It's the most descriptive that I can be with the information that I have. There's a set over. Natalie Worth set that one over, and a score here for the Evergreens. Sammy Johnson set it over for DC Everest and scores it. 13-9 Evergreens. The pass over that time by number 14. Dug out there by number 9. And number 11 passes it over there for Wausau East. Out. Point goes to DC Everest. 14-9 Evergreens. And going back to serve here for the Evergreens is Ella Harmon. And what an ace that time for Harmon. Again, that is basically the perfect serve. If you can graze it off the net and have it just kind of plop into the middle of the defense, that's about as perfect as you can get for a serve that time. Ella Harmon, the libero. Dug out there, number 9. Set over by Evelyn Tomey for Wausau East, and nearly a score for the Evergreens, but the Lumberjacks able to return it. Johnson sets it up here, and there's a kill for Lindsay Truitt, the middle blocker with the kill. And the Evergreens go up 16-9 here. Dug out there. Lerke's there, set up again for Truitt, and whistle. Point goes to DC Everest. And nope, they're going to give the point to Wausau East. I think in the net called against the Evergreens, and the point goes to the Lumberjacks. Oh, here we go. Awesome, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, now we've got another roster here for Wausau East. Yep, I think the missing players are there. Yep. So Lillian Holcomb's number 9. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to Mr. Matthews, the athletic director here at DC Everest High School. Here we go. Now we're set. Now we are in business with Wausau East pronunciation. So number 9 is Lillian Holcomb. Number 11 is Evelyn Tomey. And number 14 is Gretchen Berger. Now we're cooking here. It's early. It's a Saturday morning, and I went to get a program that maybe just didn't have some of the right ones on there. It doesn't matter. All good now. All set and good to go. 18-10, DC Everest. And that's going to be a score. The kill goes to Evelyn Tomey. Tomey with the kill. And I've also been mistakenly calling number 5 Evelyn Tomey because number 5 is actually Madison Wolf. I'm just going to ignore this old roster that I have and go off my fancy new one here. Truitt goes for the kill. Was that deflected? No. Yeah, well, yep, they say it was deflected. I think that's the right call. It was deflected by Wausau East, and that's going to go down as a kill for Lindsay Truitt. Once again, her second kill here in the set. Going back to serve here for the Evergreens is Riley Rajek. One dugout here is the setup for Lillian Holcomb, the senior. And that's going to be another kill for the Evergreens. This time, it's Kirsten Hall with the kill. (20-11). Everest leads leads Wausau East. And that one looks like blocked at the net. Score for the Evergreens. It was Truitt and Lerke teaming up for the block that time for the Evergreens. And Everest goes up 21-11 now. Here's the setup. Hit over that time by Adelaide Ellis, and there's a kill. Another one for the Evergreens. I didn't see the number that time, but get to that in just a moment. Serve here, Johnson. Dug out. That last kill was Lerke. It was Lerke with the kill that time for Everest. Great diving play there. Diving pass over by Kirsten Hall. And that's going to go out off the Lumberjacks. Another score for the Evergreens. 23-11 DC Everest. Back to serve now for the Evergreens. Once again, Riley Rajek. Set up here for Holcomb, blocked at the net. Now passed over. Harmon's there. Set up here again for Lerke. Set a few kills in this one. Harmon's there. Set up for Truitt, and Truitt's got the kill. Another one for Lindsay Truitt. And now the set point as DC Everest leads 24-11. And it is Rajek back to serve it. Dug out here. Set up blocked at the net. Can the Lumberjacks return? Yes, they do. The setup, Lerke again. And the diving dig, great dig that time by Claire Cushman. Here's the setup, blocked at the net. A long rally here. Set point, Lerke over with it. Set up, blocked at the net. And that's going to be too strong. The score for DC Everest, and the Evergreens take set number 1, 25-11 over Wausau East. So the Evergreens 1-0 in the set count. We'll take a quick break. Be back with set number 2 live from DC Everest High School after this on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Hi, my name is Preston. I have the Abby Bank Bright Future checking account for kids and teens. I really like the mobile wallet feature. I just tap my phone to pay for snacks or anything at a store. I get my own debit card that my mom can transfer money into. She can also turn my card on or off if I misplace it. Plus, Abby Bank gave me a bonus after I made my first deposit. Mom, if you're listening, send more money, please.
Visit us online at abbybank.com to learn more. Abby Bank is member FDIC.
Welcome back, everybody. So we get set for set number 2 here between DC Everest and Wausau East. DC Everest took the first set 25-11 over the Lumberjacks. Now a chance to hear from our friends over at SC Swiderski. An SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. And Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction has been partnering with private and public customers since 1984. Staub Construction has its own service and fabrication department to assist with any municipal or industrial situation. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. And thanks to our game day sponsors, Era Pancakes and Jamie Schley American Family. Set number 2 just about set to get underway here. Again, there's 2 other matches going on right now in this Wisconsin Valley Conference meet here today. On a couple other courts, Wausau West and Marshfield are playing right now, and Merrill and Stevens Point are playing as well. Again, we're going to be live here on this court. This is the main high school court and gym. We'll be live here all day on Zaleski Sports. Again, in case you're just joining us, we'll have this game, DC Everest and Wausau East, live for you. And then our next game will be Marshfield and DC Everest coming up after this one. And then the third and final game of the day will be Marshfield and Spash. Just about set to get underway as the officials make sure they've got substitutions down here. Looks like we're just about set. And for Wausau East, back to serve is Adelaide Ellis, the junior. Harmon's there to dig it out. Here's the setup for Truitt, and stays in, or tipped. It's a kill for Lindsey Truitt, the senior, once again here tonight. Again, this is a DC Everest volleyball team with a good amount of experience. All upperclassmen on the roster. Johnson digs that out, or that was Rajek rather. Set up here, that's Lerke. Dug out. Pass over there by Natalie Worth, and it goes out. Point for DC Everest. The Evergreens go up 2-0. Back to serve for the Evergreens here, Riley Rajek. And that is going to be a lift call. Violation, winds up an ace for Riley Rajek. 3-0 Evergreens now. Again, DC Everest beat Wausau East here at DC Everest earlier this year. 3-0. That one blocked. Noah going to be a kill for Tristan Young, the senior, with the kill for Wausau East. 3-1 your score now, and going back to serve here for the Lumberjacks, Sydney Crawford. Set up Truitt, goes for it. Crawford there, blocked by Truitt. The pass over by Claire Cushman. Set up here again for Truitt. Worth is there. Worth would have been a little strong, looked like, but Harmon digs it out just in case. And that is on the line. Score for Wausau East. The kill goes to Tristan Young, her second of the set. The Evergreens lead it 3-2. Worth back to serve. It's the setup for Lerke. Blocked at the net. Score for Wausau East. They tie it up. It was Young and Adelaide Ellis there to block it for the Lumberjacks. And we're tied up at threes. Worth back to serve. That one blocked. Another score for the Lumberjacks. Adelaide Ellis scores it. And the Lumberjacks take their first lead of the set. The first lead of the match since they were up 1-0 in the first set. Set up here, that's Truitt, and Truitt scores it. Just lost it right over the two blockers there. And it's a score for Lindsay Truitt. Now she'll go back to serve as we're tied up at 4 apiece. Dug out by Berger that time. Pass over by Worth. Here's the setup for Lerke, and Lerke has a dugout. Berger's there, set up again for Worth. Everest receives, but a whistle, and in the net. Like in the net call on DC Everest that time. Point goes to Wausau East, and they lead it 5-4. Grayson Berger back to serve. Dug out there, and the punch over by the Evergreens. Set up and blocked at the net by Lerke, and Lerke scores it for DC Everest. And also there, it was Lerke and Isabella Craigie. Craigie there as well for the Evergreens. Evens up the score at 5-5. That one hit over. Lerke's there to dig it out. Set up here. Over from Rajek. Harmon digs it out. Johnson sets it back into the net. Point goes to Wausau East as Hall just wasn't quite able to get up and over for that one. 6-5, Lumberjacks back to serve. It's Tristan Young. Set up here for Worth. Harmon digs it out. And at the net that time, there is nearly a kill for Lerke once again, and it will be a kill. Right in Lerke with the kill that time. And we are tied up at 6 apiece now. Back to serve here for the Evergreens. Looks like Dakota Witucky. No, that's Lerke, number 7. So Lerke on the serve, and no return there. Nice for Lerke. 7-6 Everest. Lerke on the serve again. Dugout, nope. Another ace. Lerke with back-to-back aces there for the Evergreens. And they lead at 8-6 here. That one dug out by Worth. No. Or yes, it does get over. So passed over. I believe that was Worth. Or no. Okay. I think we're some mixed reactions out there on the court. It's going to be another ace for Lerke. Apologies for the confusion. Lerke with another ace. That's what I thought initially. That's what my eyes told me. And here's the tap over. That is in right on the line. The score for Kirsten Hall. And the Evergreens go up 10-6. Whistle and timeout, Lumberjacks, as DC Everest leads at 10-6. We'll take a quick break. Back with more Wisconsin Valley Conference Meet Volleyball here from DC Everest High School on Zaleski Sports.
If you're buying or selling a home, look no further than real estate experts Dustin Erickson and Jack Fisher, the gold standard of real estate. 20 years of combined experience makes the Erickson Fisher Group your best choice on the 400 block downtown Wausau.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Welcome back, everybody. 10-6, the Evergreens lead the Lumberjacks of Wausau East. Back to serve, it is Lerke for the Evergreens. They have scored 5 in a row. Here's the setup. Tap over there and score for DC Everest. I think in the net called against Wausau East there. That was Addison Lohman going over with it. 11-5, 6 in a row here for the Evergreens. Worth blocked at the net. Another score for DC Everest, violation. I think that one hit the out-of-bounds pole there off the hit from Allison Sakarla. Hit over there. Deflected. Harmon with a nice dig into the net. Everest keeps it alive and over. Great play there by the Evergreens to keep that ball alive. Starting with the dig from Harmon. Lerke hits it over here. Set up to Worth and the kill. That time the kill for Allison Sakarla for the Lumberjacks. And the Lumberjacks break the what was a 7-0 run by DC Everest. Now 12-7 your score. Back to serve, it's Holcomb for the Lumberjacks. And can DC Everest return it? Oh my goodness, what a pass over by Lerke. And that is a highlight reel worthy play by Lerke. And the score is going to go to Wausau East nonetheless, but man, oh man. That looked like it was for sure going to be a score for Wausau East. Wound up being anyways, but what a diving pass over. That was right at the serve line. The Lerke dove backwards and somehow with one hand passed it back over to the Wausau East side. That was one of the more impressive digs and passes over I've seen all year. That's going to be another score for Wausau East. That time it looked like Gretchen Berger, the sophomore, with the score that time. Holcomb back to serve once again. 3 in a row here for the Lumberjacks. It's 12-9. Dug out there by Lerke. Here is the setup for Lohman. And Holcomb's got to get it over. Does. Dug out Harmon, and the Evergreens can't quite get it over. Sammy Johnson tried to just quickly right-hand tap that one over, but couldn't quite do it. And now Wausau East climbing back into this one. They were down by 6. They've scored 4 in a row. Holcomb into the net. Point Evergreens. And the Evergreens now lead at 13-10. Harmon back to serve. And that is going to be returned, and the kill. That time it's Lindsay Truitt once again for the Evergreens, 14-10 Everest. And Harmon goes back to serve once again. Berger digs it out. Here's the setup. Into the net, blocked by Truitt. Set up here for Truitt. Berger digs it out. Set up, and that's going to be too strong. Point DC Everest on the hit from Sydney Crawford. And the Evergreens go up 15-10 now, as they've now scored 3 in a row. Harmon on the serve, passed over, and there is Truitt once again. Lindsay Truitt with the kill. And the Evergreens go up 16-10 now. Harmon back to serve it. Holcomb's there to dig it out. Here's the setup. And into the net. Off the hit from Gretchen Berger. Point goes to the Evergreens. 17-10 your score now. 5 in a row for the Evergreens. And that's an ace. Mishit a bit, and it's going to be an ace for Ella Harmon, as the Evergreens go up 18-10. And we got a whistle here, and Wausau East called for being out of rotation. So the Lumberjacks called for being out of rotation that time. And the point will go to the Evergreens. $18-10. I believe it was 19-10. Do we have 19-10? Do you have 19-10? Yeah, I think it is 19-10. I looked at the scoreboard. I just don't know if they changed it. Well, now they made it 19. Yeah, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now they fixed on the scoreboard. It's 20-10. See, we're on top of it. Brain's on top of the score. 20-10 here, and make it 20-11, as that's going to be a kill for Evelyn Tomey, the sophomore. And looks like Tomey goes back to serve here. Nope, that is Gretchen Berger back to serve. Harmon there to dig it out. Set up for the Evergreens, and can it be returned? No. The kill for Kirsten Hall. Another one for the junior. And 21-11, Everest, as Sydney Geis checks in for Hall. The Evergreens 4 away from taking this first match. And there's an ace. Sydney Geis with the ace. Junior setter comes in to serve. 22-11 your score. Tapped over there with the left by Madison Wolf. Holcomb digs that one out. Sets it up for Wolf, and that's going to be too strong. Well, they say it was deflected, so the score, and that's number 1. And I don't have a number 1 on this new roster, unless that's 4. No, that's definitely number 1. So no number 1 on my roster. Again, we had it figured out for a while, and the 3 players that I didn't have a name for, we got for Wausau East. Thanks to Athletic Director Mr. Matthews for bringing that up to us here in the box. But we don't have a number 1 here. No number 1 on either of the 2 rosters I have for Wausau East. And I believe it's 23. Yeah, they believe it's 23-12. They've got 24-11 on the scoreboard, but and I don't believe that's accurate. There's number 1, hitting it over. Set up here. This is Lerke going for it. Too strong. Point goes to the Lumberjacks, and now they gave the Lumberjacks 2 there, and I think they will subtract 1. Yeah, it should be 23-13. Should be your score. It's not set point yet. Again, the officials know the score. We know the score. Scoreboard's just a little off right now. It happens. Lerke goes for it, and Lerke's got it. Point Evergreens, 24. Well, nope, they're going to call it. All right, so that was the set point. Again, I'm pretty sure they had the score wrong there, but it probably wouldn't have changed the result. 25-13, DC Everest in the second set. They take it over Wausau East. Again, 25-13, DC Everest wins the second set. Now we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the third set. The Evergreens will look to close it out here in 3 sets. Back after this, live from DC Everest High School on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to J&D Tube Benders. Here at J&D, we strive to meet our customers' requirements and expectations. We pursue this goal through the effort of our dedicated employees by continually improving in the areas of customer service, quality, and productivity. We pride ourselves on not only being a pillar of the manufacturing industry, but a family to our employees. J&D Tube Benders, the fastest name in tube line fabrication.
Save during the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Up to $150 back on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. Buy online or mail-in rebate when you use the Goodyear credit card through June 30th at Sherrill Tire and Service Centers. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DC Everest hosting the Wisconsin Valley Conference 2023 meet this year. We've got DC Everest and Wausau East here in the first matchup of the day. DC Everest looking to close it out in 3 sets here. They won the first 2 by scores 25-11, 25-13. Again, DC Everest swept Wausau East in 3 sets back on September 21st. This year as well. That was here from DC Everest High School as well, home of the Evergreens. Again, a pretty good year for DC Everest fall sports this year. The volleyball team having a really nice season. The football team having a nice year as well. They're sitting at 2nd in the conference. As Spash is definitely the team in the Wisconsin Valley Conference this season in football, but DC Everest has had a nice football season as well. Their only conference loss so far, I believe, came to Smash. I'd have to double-check standings to make sure that's totally accurate. I believe they played Hortonville recently. There's a couple of bigger matchups there. They lost 2 conference games. Braden's telling me. The other loss to West. Wausau West, was that the other loss? It was. You did lose Hortonville, okay. So, DC Everest. Okay. Well, it's still a pretty good overall year for the Evergreens football team, and obviously volleyball team having a really nice year. As they're right behind Marshfield in the conference standings. They'll play them here next. And there's going to be a score for Wausau East. One to 1 your score. Back to serve there. And the ace, Claire Cushman with the ace. So Wausau East starting off up 2-1 here in this third set. And a pretty good show out on hand here for the first game. And considering it started at 9 a.m. and on a Saturday, a lot of people like to sleep in. So it's worth noting we got a pretty good turnout here for fans today for the 9 a.m. game. That time it was a kill for Lindsay Truitt, the senior. Also thanks to everybody at home for tuning in here today. That one going to be hit over that time. Score goes to the Evergreens. That time it was Kirsten Hall. Hall with another score for the Evergreens. And back to serve here is Lerke for the Evergreens. Hall's there. And miscommunication there by the Lumberjacks. A score for Kirsten Hall. Four to 2 your score. Lerke on the serve. And that score is going to go to Wausau East out. Point goes to the Lumberjacks. Now 4 to 3 your score. And again, heading back to serve for Wausau East is the one player we do not have on the roster. Either of the rosters that I have. Number 1 for the Lumberjacks. Truitt passes that one over. Berger's there. Here's the setup off the net for Tristan Young. And Hall gets the kill. Deflected. Another kill for Kirsten Hall. Harmon will check out. Checking in is Isabella Craigie. 5 to 3 your score. Truitt goes back to serve for the for the Evergreens. Set up there for Young. The Evergreen side, Craigie with it. Evergreen's going to return here. The set back for Hall, and that's going to be another kill for the junior, Kirsten Hall. 6 to 3, Everest leads now. Truitt on the serve. Berger digs it out. Set up for Berger. Libero hits it over. Back here, that one into the net. Point's going to go to the Lumberjacks off of Lohman for the Evergreens. Harmon checks in for Truitt now. Six to 4 your score. Berger back to serve. Set up back to Hall again, and another one for Kirsten Hall. She's had quite the set here in the third. Now she'll check out. Sammy Johnson checks in. And Johnson goes back to serve. 7-4 your score. Dug out there by Berger. The set over. Johnson's there. And now the setup blocked at the net. They're deflected. Sydney Geis hit it over for the Evergreens. Set up here for Lohman, and the kill for Addison Lohman as the Evergreens take an 8-4 lead. Johnson back to serve. Dug out there by Berger, and Lumberjacks able to return it. Set up here, dug out Young. Now Young hits it over. Harmon. Johnson sets it up for Lerke. Dug out. And we got a whistle, and I think that one went into the rafters. So called out. Point goes to the Evergreens. Again, if you're not familiar with that call, if you can hit it up into the rafters if it stays on your own side, that's okay, and you can keep playing. But if it goes into the rafters and crosses to the other side, then it's dead, and the point goes to the other team. 9-4 your score. And I bring that up in a lot of games as that's set over and scored by Gretchen Berger. I bring that rule up just because it's one that seems to get confused. Having broadcasted a lot of volleyball here this year in many years, it's ones that I don't think every fan out there knows. Just based on what I've heard fans yelling from the stands at games. Sometimes I don't understand that rule, but so I like to bring that up and make sure we clarify that. Most broadcasts. That's going to be another score for the Evergreens. 10-5. Evergreens lead now. Riley Rajek back to serve it. Again, a reminder that our next game here live on Zaleski Sports will be Marshfield and DC Everest here in this Wisconsin Valley Conference meet here today. Set up here to Lerke, dug out. Worth set back, and the libero Berger is going to pass it over. Set up here to Lerke, and that's a kill. Deflected the kill for Ryden Lerke, the junior outside hitter. And Riley Rajek goes back to serve for the Evergreens. 11-5. Evergreens lead it. Looking to sweep Wausau East for the second time this year. Set back, Lerke again blocked. Score for the Lumberjacks. That time it was Evelyn Tomey and Gretchen Berger teaming up on the block. And back to serve is Lillian Holcomb here for the Lumberjacks. Dug out by Harmon. Here's the setup for Lerke, and dug out. Set back up here. It was for Isabel Craigie, and Craigie scores it. Point Evergreens, and it's 12-6. That serve from Harmon, dug out. Tapped over. Johnson sets it up. Here, and the kill for Sydney Geis. The setter with the kill. Geis. And the Evergreens go up 13-6 now. Harmon back to serve. Set up here, that is Truitt again, and the score is going to go to Wausau East this time. As Truitt hits it out. 13-7 your score now. Back to serve is Evelyn Tomey for the Lumberjacks. Or excuse me, that is Gretchen Berger to serve. Set up here, Geis. Hit over by number 1. Set up here for Truitt, and too strong out. Point goes to the Lumberjacks off of Truitt once again. 13-8 now. Berger back to serve. Harmon's there. Set up again for Truitt, and out again. As Truitt just a little bit outside to the left that time, as Johnson gives Truitt a pat on the back there. 13-9, your score. Set up here, this time Lerke dug out, and it's going to wind up a score for Ryden Lerke. Well placed hit over there by Lerke. And the Evergreens go up 14-9. Set back up here, that's Tomey. And that's going to be out. Called out. That was a close one. Off of Kirsten Hall. Oh, they called it in. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was in. But it looked like they gave the out call, but nope. Called it in. 15-9. And that's going to be an ace. Score for the Evergreens, an ace for Sydney Geis. And it's 16-9 Everest. Holcomb digs that one out and blocked to the net. Can East get it over? No. Looked like Truitt was there to block it. Keep it over that time. And now we got a timeout. Timeout, Wausau East. DC Everest leads it 17-9 here in the third set. They're looking to close it out here in 3 sets. We'll take a quick 30-second break back from DC Everest High School after this on Zaleski Sports.
If you're buying or selling a home, look no further than real estate experts Dustin Erickson and Jack Fisher, the gold standard of real estate. 20 years of combined experience makes the Erickson Fisher Group your best choice on the 400 block downtown Wausau.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Oh, there's Marshfield. Oh, whoops. And we are back. Braden catching me off guard. I was just noticing the Marshfield Tigers are coming in here to the main gym. And they'll be playing DC Everest next. Marshfield, the top team in the Wisconsin Valley Conference right now. That'll be a great matchup between Marshfield and DC Everest coming up next. Marshfield swept DC Everest earlier in the year 3-0, but both those teams, that's DC Everest's only conference loss of the season was to Marshfield. Of course, Marshfield undefeated in conference play. That'll be one to keep an eye on here, to stay tuned in for. Live on Zaleski Sports coming up after this one. Marshfield and DC Everest. And Marshfield, one of the top volleyball teams in the state of Wisconsin. And long rally here, and not going to be able to get it over are the Lumberjacks. Point goes to DC Everest. Evergreen scored 18-9, Evergreens now. And there's going to be a kill, a score for the Lumberjacks. I believe that was Evelyn Tomey with a kill. 18-10. Evergreens with the lead. Again, you look at looking at the Division I coaches poll rankings as Lerke upset with herself that time, kind of frustratingly spikes the ball at the ground, and she couldn't quite get that one over. Point goes to Wausau East. Back to serve here, Claire Cushman. One dug out by Berger. Cushman sets it over. Berger digs it out again. The pass over. All right, so number one, thank you, Elizabeth Dennis, number one, there for Wausau East. Well, that one taken care of, 19-11. Evergreens here. Lerke goes back to serve. But again, take a quick look at the Division I rankings. Marshfield just outside of the top 10 in the coaches poll rankings. Again, Marshfield will be up next playing DC Everest. And there's going to be another score for the Lumberjacks, but Lumberjacks got to get through this one first. They're up 19-12. A win here in the third set, they'd sweep it in 3. And back to serve, it is Elizabeth Dennis. The freshman, Dennis. Pass over there, dug out by Berger. Here is the setup and blocked at the net. And Wausau East return it. They do. Set over and diving dig that time from Berger. Lerke sets it up for Hall and blocked, or into the net. Into the net, no block, but the score for Wausau East nonetheless, 19-13. Evergreen still with the lead, but Wausau East cutting in here with a few in a row. And that's going to be an ace. An ace for Elizabeth Dennis, and DC Everest calls timeout. Coach Prahl wants a timeout. First timeout that Everest has had to take here in this match. They're up 19-14. We'll take a quick 30-second break. Back live from DC Everest High School after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Welcome back, everybody. It's 19-14 Everest over Wausau East here, and Everest looking to get their second win of the season against Wausau East. Again, they won 3-0 over Wausau East September 21st. And Elizabeth Dennis back to serve here. 5 in a row for the Lumberjacks. Forced Coach Prahl to call timeout for the Evergreens. And that's going to be out again. Make it 6 in a row for Wausau East. So East climbing back into this one. This is the most, double check, but yeah, this is already the most they've scored in a set in this match. And Dennis too strong on the serve that time. Points going to go to the Evergreens. 20-15 now. Truitt goes back to serve here for the Evergreens, but again, if the Evergreens are able to close this out, coming up very soon is going to be Marshfield and DC Everest. That's the game to have circled here today. Again, tune in and watch all of them we've got live today. We've got this one here, Everest, Marshfield, then we've got Marshfield and Spash after that, but Everest and Marshfield, the two top teams in the conference. Marshfield sits alone on top of the Wisconsin Valley Conference as of right now, but that first match, Marshfield won 3-0, but close sets. And that's likely going to decide the conference, the next game coming up. Marshfield and DC Everest. Pass over here. Again, Evergreen's got to get through this one first, and there's a kill for Wausau East. That time it was Tristan Young, the senior once again. She's come alive here in the last couple of sets. Done a nice job on that front line for the Lumberjacks. 21-16 your score. Back to serve is Berger. Harmon there to dig it out. the setup and just barely gotten over by the Evergreens, but a score. Hall scores it. Just was barely able to sneak that over the net, and the Evergreens go up 22-16 now. Back to serve for the Evergreens here is Johnson, Sammy Johnson. And Johnson's got an ace. A well-placed serve that time. And it's an ace for Sammy Johnson. (23-16). The setup and out. Point goes to the Evergreens now. The set point here as the Evergreens lead it 24-16. And Johnson back to serve. Set and match point for DC Everest. Here's the setup for Young. Into the net, and point goes to the Evergreens. They take it. They win the third set 25-16, and they take the match 3-0 over the Wausau East Lumberjacks. So the Evergreens get the win here in their first match. And again, they beat Wausau East 3-0. Again, stay tuned here to Zaleski Sports. We are going to, well, we're going to end this stream. We're going to go over, we're going to have, coming up next on Zaleski Sports will be DC Everest and Marshfield. We'll be on a different stream. And we will have that game coming up for you live on Zaleski Sports. It'll be Marshfield and DC Everest. If DC Everest wins, both teams will be tied atop the conference. Marshfield wins, they would remain sitting alone atop the conference and likely will have sealed the conference title. So big game coming up. This stream's going to end, and then we're going to switch over to the DC Everest and Marshfield stream. That brings us to the end of our broadcast. Thanks for joining us here, but stay tuned. Tune into the Marshfield DC Everest broadcast. Coming up next, my name's Cale Jacoby alongside Braden Bullis on Zaleski Sports.